Welcome to TFI Global, the antidote to mass delusion.
Remember when in the pre-Biden era, the Houthis were the bad guys, the ones America didn't exactly send a holiday card to. But when Biden clocked in, did their status switch from foe to frenemy? Things got fuzzy. Suddenly, once villainous Houthis got caught up in a whole new spotlight, mixed up in a global game of alliances. How did the story flip so fast, blurring the lines between who's pals and who's playing a geopolitical game of chess? Trump and Iran were like oil and water. Thanks to Iran's alliance with these Houthi rebels, Trump took a hardline stance, unfastening ties and even threw the JCPOA far out the window. But when Biden stepped in, he aimed to undo Trump's knots. Biden swooped in and sniped the Houthi terrorist label, undoing Trump's efforts and setting a different course with Iran. It reshaped alliances and altered the dynamics of the Middle East in a snap. When Trump yanked the US out of the Iran nuclear deal, that is, the JCPOA, and marked the Houthi rebels as terrorists, it was a political whirlwind. But Biden stepping in was a game changer. He even dived back into the JCPOA deal. The twist? It wasn't just policy shifts, it was a booster shot for the rebels. Suddenly, they weren't the world's public enemy number one. With that, the Houthis found a golden ticket. Funds started flowing in from all directions. As their clout grew, so did their aspirations. Now, here they are, flexing muscle in the Red Sea, not just as a regional threat, but eyeing a global stage. The Houthis' newfound significance is sending ripples of alarm straight to the US doorstep. The drama began weeks back when Yemen's Houthi rebels, backed by Iran, kicked off their Red Sea rampage in response to Gaza's inferno. Their attacks hit commercial ships hard, scaring global shipping bigwigs into dodging the danger zone. Now, here's the kicker: the Houthis pulled a naval blockade stunt without even owning a navy. Then the Pentagon fired back with Operation Prosperity Guardian. But guess what? Spain, Italy, and France told the US Navy to take a hike. Tensions continued to stoke in the Red Sea. The US Central Command also announced on the social media platform that a US destroyer and FA-18 fighter jets shot down 12 attack drones, 3 anti-ship ballistic missiles, and 2 land attack cruise missiles that were fired by Houthi militants over the southern Red Sea across a 10-hour period on Tuesday. There was no damage to ships in the area or reported injuries, the Pentagon said. Drone and missile attacks by the militant group in recent weeks have upended shipping through the Red Sea and Suez Canal, a narrow waterway through which some 10% of the world's trade sails. Fast forward to December 23rd, Houthi firepower, 2 anti-ship missiles and a drone squad targets container ships. It's a blame game now. Who's to fault? Well, cue the Biden administration's door. They stirred the Houthi pot and now they are reaping the whirlwind. US forces are stuck in the Red Sea wrestling with these Houthi troublemakers, these rebels. They've got missiles and drones that punch way above their price tag, putting a serious dent in Uncle Sam's expensive defenses. The US military is feeling the punch, exposing a stark contrast. Pricey defense against dirt cheap attacks. This showdown raises doubts about safe sea routes. Biden's Houthi moves, they are backfiring, shaking America's grip on guarding global waters. Way off in places like Guyana, oil squabbles point fingers at a hunt for new oil spots amidst rising tensions, stretching the US Army thin across the map. The Biden administration initially dished out a lifeline to these Houthi rebels, but now they're reaping the bitter fruits of their own doing. By tossing the terrorist label off the Houthis and diving into talks with Iran, they handed these rebels a golden ticket. But guess what? That move has backfired big time. Now, Uncle Sam's scrambling to deal with a headache of his own making. Those Houthis are flexing their muscles, causing chaos in the Red Sea, and making Uncle Sam regret the favor once gave. It's a classic case of you reap what you sow.